This is the Mashvisor Real Estate Podcast, Top 5 Rental Properties This Week, episode number 11. Hey guys, I am Mike Richardson, Senior Investor Consultant and Product Specialist at Mashvisor. Welcome back to another episode of our Real Estate Investment Podcast, Top 5 Rental Properties This Week. I am so excited to have you here with me today as episode number 11 of our podcast. As always, this week we will look at some of the absolutely most amazing real estate investment opportunities in the U.S. market. Today I have once again selected for you 5 outstanding rental properties in some of the best markets for investing in the U.S. At the beginning of the week, I have opened up the Mashvisor software platform on my PC to search for most lucrative real estate investment opportunities currently available. These properties that I usually share with my investor clients, but today I'm also sharing them with you. I know that each real estate investor has different criteria and expectations. I know that each investor has different preferred markets. Some like to invest close to home, while others prefer to buy investment properties out of state. Also, everyone has a different budget, different property type, rental strategy, and expected return. That's why I made sure to cover a few of the top performing markets for traditional and Airbnb rental properties in 2021 in my property search. I also looked at different price points. I made sure to look for both properties that perform best when rented out traditional and others which perform best when rented out Airbnb. But what's the most important about these 5 properties is that I've chosen for you this week generate extraordinary return on investment. They outperform their market and they outperform the U.S. rental market as a whole. With or without a property manager, you can get double-digit returns on some of these investment properties. If you think that any of these properties is a good fit for you or your investment strategy, make sure to check out right away. You can find the link to each property listing on our platform in the episode show notes. Properties like these don't typically stay on the market for more than a couple of weeks, so make sure that you do not miss your favorite deal. All these properties are MLS listings which are currently available for sale. I made sure that they are still active listings right before our podcast. The complete investment analysis of these properties is available on our platform, and you can find the links in the show notes below. For each property, you will see the standard listing information. That includes address, property type, asking price, property description, and characteristics. But you'll also get access to comprehensive investment property analysis. Mashvisor takes big data from dozens of reliable sources and applies our machine learning algorithms to it. In this way, we've turned 3 months of research and analyzed it into 15 minutes. And we have become the most trusted source of real estate data analytics in the U.S. residential market. For each property, we provide you with estimated startup costs, expected recurring expenses, comparable rental income, occupancy rates, cash flow, cap rates, and cash-on-cash returns. Our calculations and estimates are based on the performance of actual comparable rental properties in that area. That's why they are so accurate and reliable. One last note before we get into the 5 top properties for this week. Mashvisor is not involved in the sale of these properties. We don't make money from buying and selling real estate. We are not a brokerage. We are a real estate data analysis software which helps you make profitable investment decisions every single time. So guys, let's take a look at the 5 most lucrative deals in the U.S. housing market for this week. For this episode, I've focused on some major U.S. cities and markets. We're going to look at properties in Arizona, Texas, Oregon, and Pennsylvania. First on our list is in the city of Portland, Oregon. Portland is one of the markets that we've traditionally recommended to real estate investors. Buying a rental property in Portland comes with many important advantages. Both traditional and Airbnb properties can bring high returns here. As the largest and the most popular city in Oregon, Portland attracts a lot of new residents each year. About half of the population rents, so there's strong rental demand especially for long-term rentals. As a potential investor, you should know that Oregon is a seller's market, though. It's less hot than other markets in the episode of our podcast. But property prices here are relatively high. Mashvisor's data shows that the median property price is $632,000. This means that you'll probably have to get a mortgage loan to invest in this market. And it's preferred to work with an experienced real estate agent in this market to help you with the transaction process. Our property for today is a single family home. The address is 4519 Southeast Robin Road, and that is in Portland, Oregon. The zip code is 97267. The asking price for this gorgeous single family home is $419,000. It offers you 4 beds, 2 baths, 1,946 square footage. That puts the price per square footage at $215, which is priced really well. This property is geared specifically for a traditional strategy. It's a long-term rental that is stable and can offer you outstanding returns. The property's only been on the market for 2 days. The year built for the property is 1961. It offers you a lot size of 11,761 square footage with great amenities and great space for a strong long-term rental. The average traditional income in the area is above $2,000, so puts it at a stable market. Most of the area, or most people, are looking for rental properties in this specific neighborhood. The potential rental income for this property is $2,975 per month. With recurring expenses at $1,051, that puts your cash flow at $1,924 and your potential cap rate at 5.51%. With a occupancy rate of 95%, we're talking about a very low vacancy rate for this property in this neighborhood. You'd be paying off your monthly expenses such as insurance, also a local management company who can help you if you're investing out of state, property maintenance, and property taxes. So this could be a great deal for you. If you're deciding to finance, you can simply put 20% down. This property will pay off its monthly mortgage, its recurring expenses, and still cash flow over $500 for you. So it's an outstanding deal for investors who are looking for stable markets, for stable traditional investments, and it matches your price point. So feel free to check out this property in the show notes below. Next on our list is in Phoenix, Arizona. If you're looking for some of the best places to invest in real estate for 2021, the Arizona market offers many lucrative opportunities. And Phoenix is one of the hottest markets in Arizona right now. Inventory is low, while home buyers and real estate investors are so many. Home prices are increasing, and this trend is expected to continue for the rest of the year and even beyond. This means that 2 things for investors. First of all, if you want to explore investment opportunities in Phoenix, get started right now before property prices have become unaffordable. Second, you should really consider working with a real estate agent, especially if you are an out-of-state investor and have no experience with real estate transactions. A good agent will help you with negotiation and will make sure that you pay the right price. Also, it's a good idea to get pre-approved for a mortgage so that you can have an advantage over other buyers. According to Mashvisor's data, the median home value in Phoenix is $466,000 at this moment. So most investors need to take out a mortgage loan to be able to buy an investment property. But interest rates are relatively low at this moment, which makes it a perfect time to get a mortgage and invest in real estate. Phoenix is a great place to invest in both traditional and Airbnb properties. The local market has high price to rent ratios. This means that property prices are relatively high for the local population, so most people decide to rent rather than buy a home. At the same time, rent is high enough to provide a good enough return on investment. The average cap rate for the traditional rentals in that area is about 6%. Meanwhile, the average cap rate for Airbnbs can go up to 10%. But savvy investors are able to find properties with really great returns. When it comes to short-term rentals, they are fully legal. Airbnb hosts just need to register with the city council, provide emergency contact information, and meet a few other requirements. The property that we are going to be looking at for Phoenix, Arizona is geared specifically for investors who are looking into potential Airbnbs. It is an outstanding, gorgeous single-family home in a great area that brings in a lot of traffic. The best part about this property is that it has outstanding rates of return. It's a single-family home. The address is 13423 North 18th Place. That's in Paradise Valley, Phoenix, Arizona. The zip code is 85022. The asking price is $475,000, offering you 3 beds, 3 baths, over 2,000 square footage. Looking at some of the pictures on this property, it's absolutely beautiful. The average Airbnb occupancy rate in the area is 58%. So typically when we see occupancy rates like this in a specific market, we know that the market offers a lot of great stability. And it's showing that the occupancy rates will be increasing within the next couple of months. The property has an outstanding rental value at $5,490 a month, with recurring expenses, and that does include a local management company who will help you manage the property. You can expect to cash flow $3,322. That puts your cap rate at a $475,000 home at 8.39%. You'll have a stable over-year occupancy rate at 67%. So if you're an investor who wants to finance, you can easily put 20% down on a deal like this. You'll be able to pay off your monthly mortgage, you'll pay off your recurring expenses, and you'll cash flow $1,761. That puts your cash-on-cash return at over 20%. At a $475,000 home, that is absolutely phenomenal. And all it would take is $93,000 to get into a deal like this. And you'll easily be able to pay back that upfront cost within 4 years through accumulated cash flow. We can expect by year 2025 that this property would be on the positive side and still have an additional positive of $4,000 after all of your startup costs and your closing costs. So if this is a property that sounds like a good fit for you, feel free to check out the property right away in our show notes below. Next on our list is in the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Our nationwide market analysis shows that Philadelphia has been one of the best places to invest in rental properties in the U.S. As the largest city in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia has a lot to offer to both long-term residents and short-term visitors. It has a strong economy and a flourishing job market, which makes it a great place to live. The high price to rent ratio is 21%. That means many people prefer to rent rather than buy a home in this market. As a result, about 49% of the population are renters. So demand for traditional rentals is strong. According to our analysis, long-term rentals are better rental strategies in Philadelphia. Meanwhile, the rich history makes Philadelphia an attractive destination for vacations, so short-term rentals perform really well as well. But I believe traditional investments in a market like this are much better. You should keep in mind, though, that Philadelphia is a seller's market at this moment. Like most U.S. markets, this means that you might expect some bidding wars, especially for the hottest investment properties in the area. So it's best to work with an agent who will help you get the property that you like at a reasonable price. Our data shows that the median price point in that area is $375,000. This is very close to the national median value, so Philadelphia is an affordable option even for beginner investors. The deal that we found for you today is going to be extremely exciting. It is a townhome. The address is 2431 North Carsley Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The zip code is 19132. It is a gorgeous remodeled townhome, and the price is only $169,900. So it's about half the average price in Philadelphia. It'll offer you 3 beds, 1 bath, 1,190 square footage. The property has only been on the market for 24 days now. The property will not stay for long because of its unbelievable rate of return. We're expecting a return or a rental income of $2,000 a month with some very low recurring expenses between insurance, getting a local management company, maintenance, and taxes. Will easily be cash flowing around $1,500 a month. That puts our expected cap rate at almost 11%. With an extremely low vacancy rate of only 8%, you'll be able to rent this property right away, especially since it's newly renovated, and the property offers great amenities for your tenants. If you're going to be financing a deal like this, you can easily put 20% down on a property like this or 25% down, whatever you find more comfortable for you, and you'll easily pay off your monthly mortgage, your recurring expenses, and that will help you cash flow over $1,000 a month. That puts your cash-on-cash return of around 25%. So this is a great deal for investors. Through a traditional strategy, it's rare that we find deals like this. You'll be able to pay off all of your upfront costs by year 2025 if you were to purchase today. So this is a property that you do not want to miss out on, so feel free to check out this property in the show notes below. Next on our list is in one of my favorite cities, Dallas, Texas. Dallas has been one of the top locations for investing in real estate. It's one of the leading markets in the Texas housing market, and this trend continues in 2021. Dallas is a big metropolitan area, which is the commercial and business and cultural hub of the region. The economy is growing well. The labor market is strong. This makes it a perfect place to live. This makes it great for investors who are looking for traditional rental properties, which experience a strong rental demand. Furthermore, Dallas is a great destination for investing into short-term rentals. It's a popular tourist place with many attractions for individuals as well as families. Traveling business people also prefer Airbnb rentals over hotels. The demand for Airbnb is extremely strong. And like most of Texas, short-term rentals are legal in Dallas. According to Mashvisor's data, the median home price is around $466,000. This is relatively affordable for such a large city and such a major real estate market. Dallas is a seller's market, so you should be prepared if you want to buy a property here. You need to get your mortgage pre-approved, and you need to work with an extremely experienced local realtor. The property that we're going to be looking at today is specifically geared for investors who are looking into vacation rentals. What's nice about this property is that this property was previously an Airbnb. So this property has had the chance to be on the Airbnb website, and the expected returns are absolutely phenomenal. It is a single family home. The address is 4001 Roswell Street, and that's in Oaklawn, Dallas, Texas. The zip code is 75219. The asking price is only $520,000, offering you 4 beds, 4 baths, 2,500 square footage. It's a great property. It's only been on the market for a couple of days now. It's located in a great area of the city, which makes it extremely accessible for people, and no wonder it was doing so well as an Airbnb. The potential Airbnb income for this property is expected at $8,000 a month. That puts your annual income at over $90,000 over a year period. With your recurring expenses at $3,522, you can expect to cash flow around $4,500. This will put your cap rate at 10.5% with a potential occupancy rate of 64%. So stable occupancy rate, great rate of return, an outstanding property. You can get a local management company who will manage the property for you and make sure things are taken care of well. Now, if you're financing a deal like this, you can easily put 20% down. That will be around $100,000 of upfront cost through your down payment. If you're doing 20% down, you can expect to pay off your mortgage, your recurring expenses, and cash flow around $3,000. That puts your cash on cash return at over 31%. This property is an easy property to get into. And by year 2024, you would have already paid off all of the upfront cost and still had $26,000 in accumulated cash flow that you've made through renting this property as an Airbnb. So this is a property that you do not want to miss out on. Feel free to check out this property in our show notes. It looks great. It's experienced in the Airbnb model, and it has great rental value. So if you are looking into potential Airbnbs, this is the right property for you. Last but not least is our best property of the week. We're going to be looking at a property in Tucson, Arizona. The Arizona real estate market as a whole is a great place to invest in 2021. And Tucson is one of the leading locations, especially for Airbnb investments. Tucson is a hot, extremely seller's market at this moment. It's attracting many real estate investors from across the country, so you should hurry up if you're interested in buying a rental property here. The inventory of real estate listings is low, so if you are a beginner investor and don't have much experience in buying and selling properties, I highly recommend working with one of the local agents. They'll be able to help you value the property or evaluate the cost of the listing and make sure that you don't pay more than the fair market value. According to our data at Mashvisor, the median property price in Tucson is $321,000, which is not much above the national median home value. This means that Tucson is an affordable market, which makes it good for beginner investors with a limited budget. However, keep in mind that because of the low inventory, home values are expected to go up in 2021. So if you think that this is the right place for you to invest in real estate, hurry up before properties go up. Tucson is a great place for traditional rentals. Our data shows that the city has an above average cap rate, but it's actually the absolutely best place to buy an Airbnb investment property in Arizona. So I would highly recommend, if you're going to be or interested in buying in Tucson, to explore an Airbnb. We've picked out one of the best deals I've seen this week as a potential Airbnb. It's a gorgeous townhome. The address is 7123 East Onda Circle, and that is in Tucson, Arizona. The zip code is 85715. The asking price is $370,000. It offers you 4 beds, 3 baths, 2,337 square footage. All the amenities needed to rent out an Airbnb. That is all, from pool, great remodeled home, all the features that you would need to be very successful as an Airbnb. The average Airbnb occupancy rate is at 60%, so we're talking about a lot of potential value there. There's a lot of stability. The property has been only on the market for a couple of weeks, so it's a deal that you should absolutely explore. This property offers right above the average occupancy rate at 79%, since it offers much more amenities and much more space, bringing in families that will be renting out the property as an Airbnb. You can expect an average rental income over a year period of $6,450. With your recurring expenses at $2,422, you'll be cash flowing over $4,000 a month. That puts your cap rate at 13%. That's an outstanding deal. That is a property that is geared specifically for an Airbnb and will lead to so much success. It's easy to get into a deal like this. You can easily put 20% down on a property like this. That would be around $72,000 up front. You'll be paying off your monthly mortgage easily and cash flowing around $3,000. With a deal like this, after all your fees, after a local management company, after hosting fees, you will be able to pay all of the upfront costs that you've put into the property by year 2023 if you bought today. That's only 2 years, and you will still have an excess or an additional $20,000 in income. So practically by 1 year and a half, you'll be able to pay off all of your upfront costs through accumulated cash flow. So this is an absolutely outstanding deal for investors who are looking into Airbnbs. It also offers a stable traditional rental value as well. Feel free to check out this property in our show notes and explore for yourself. I think that this deal is one of the best deals I've seen on the market for this week. So guys, these are 5 of the absolute best and most profitable real estate investment opportunities in the U.S. right now. Remember that these properties are currently available for sale. This means that you can actually buy any of them that caught your eye. All you need to do is to follow the link in the show notes to get access to very detailed analysis of the investment potential of this property. Moreover, you can download rental comps data and analyze on your own. You can also download a report with the investment property analysis to share with your agent or with your investor friends. It's always a great idea to hear a few different opinions when buying a property, especially from people who work or invest in the market. And if you didn't like any of these properties on the episode, you can still use the Mashvisor platform to search for available listings which match your criteria. Just choose a market, enter your budget, your preferred property type, expected rental income, and return on investment. And within seconds, our platform will provide you with a complete list of the properties which match your requirements and expectations. You should know that our software is very interactive and fully customizable. You can change any of the preset values and we'll do all the recalculations for you. Like, for example, if you can add a property management fee or you want to exclude it, or you can decrease the occupancy rate because you plan to use the property for your own vacations as well. As soon as you've done any of these changes, it will recalculate things for you to give you an idea on what you can expect. So guys, we're almost done for today, but before I go, I want to really encourage you to try the Mashvisor platform. All you need to do is to go to mashvisor.com and use promo code TOP5. That's capital T, capital O, capital P, and the number 5. Promo code TOP5 gives you access to a 7-day free trial of our Mashvisor platform. You can search for properties and analyze their potential. Just go ahead and explore what Mashvisor can do for you. And if you decide to stay after the 7 days, you'll have access to a 15% discount on our quarterly or annual subscription to Mashvisor for life. So instead of paying the standard monthly fee of around $50, it's going to be dropping down to about $40 to access the most trusted real estate data analyst in the U.S. market. But if you're still not ready to invest or searching for properties, I'm here to help you. From the Mashvisor website, you can schedule a one-on-one consultation session with me for absolutely free. I'll be happy to answer all your questions and give you tips on how to get started in real estate investing. I'll also direct you to the top performing markets for your budget and your preferred rental strategies. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed learning and hearing about the top 5 rental properties of this week. If you didn't find your next investment property today, keep in mind that I will be back next week with more exciting opportunities. Meanwhile, happy investing.